Alright, welcome back to Tuesday Night Hype, number 17. I'm Force Flex, and I'm joined with Kevin here.
Hello.
And we're just, waiting to view the next match. I guess we'll go ahead and see who's on my friends list that we can spectate.
How about Dart and Jason? Are they ready to play again now?
Yeah. Let me ask Dart real quick. It doesn't look like he's doing battle with a friend, but,
I would love to watch Jason play. He's been on my friends list for a long time. As I was learning to play Hearthstone, he was someone I really looked up to. He's like the warrior god. He's the best warrior I know. He's known for finishing very high on ladder as warrior, and that's what he plays exclusively. Also part of why you don't really see him that much in tournaments. However, he's starting to play in more tournaments, which is really cool.
So, are we thinking we're gonna most likely see a warrior in Jason's lineup?
Oh, I would be surprised if he didn't, because that's his thing. That's his bread and butter, his warrior. I would be very surprised.
Okay, great. So we're actually gonna watch Dart versus Jason coming up shortly. Jason is AFK. I think he may have had to take a step away from the computer for a little bit, but when he gets back, we'll jump right back into that, and we'll get to see an awesome series between Dart and Jason. If anybody's interested, and I know this doesn't make a difference because it is so early in the season, Jason is currently rank 45 legend, and Dart is rank 5. Not legend, just rank 5. But I know that does not determine the outcome of the match at all, but I think this gives you kind of an idea of who's been playing more this early in the season.
Jason always ends up finding his way back to the top 5. It amazes me how he does it. Every single season, you can see him fall, and then you'll look back 2 hours later, and he's back in the top 5. Just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
The dude's a beast.
Well, hey, Kevin, do you have the brackets pulled up by any chance?
Yes I do.
Okay, why don't we review that really quick? Let's see how many players we actually still have left. 3, 4, 5, 6 players left in the tournament.
2 games in round 5, and then we have 2 people already in the SemiFinals.
Yeah, and for those players watching, if you're going to be competing in the SemiFinals, I've already mentioned this to Dell, but if you're going to be competing in the SemiFinals, we are going to have to spectate that game as well as the finals game. So please don't start your SemiFinals match with your opponent until we've confirmed it, because we do have to have that recorded for Blizzard. That's just one of the stipulations they have for BlizzCon tournaments, I guess, or tournaments that award BlizzCon points, I guess I should say. And it looks like Dart and Jason are starting their match, so let's jump into that. So we've got Mech Mage versus Face Hunter. What do you think about this matchup, Kevin?
I think that Mech Mage is pretty good. I think it's one of the better matchups to have. It's very good at finishing games very quickly, and you get very good board control. I'm kind of confused right off the bat, though. I would have played a Noyotron instead of the Scientist.
Right.
Because, yeah, and it's like a lot of damage to the face. I don't know if I would...
And now this Animal Companion that we're most likely going to see on Jason's part isn't even going to be affected by Mirror Entity because it is a spell. So, I don't know. I think you're right. I think dropping into Noyotron would have been better to contest, like, the Leopard Gnome there. Wow, okay.
Ooh, it's one of those water elemental builds.
Yeah, this is really good for the mage because it's going to stop the hunter from, like, being able to use his weapon. Just freezing face.
You have to wonder you have to wonder if it's a Blingtron mage. Those have been going around.
Yeah, I would love to see a card like that brought into the tournament scene. They just run Blingtron though. They're not actually running like uh, a Harrison Jones as well, are they?
No, no. Yeah, no, it's just you use the freezes along with the Blingtron,
Well,
just so that you get the weapons, but then the other person can attack.
it's a pretty much a dead giveaway that this is a face hunter. So you were pretty positive this is an explosive trap. What do you do here as the mage player?
Um,
Do you run your
just try to clear as much as possible, I suppose. Unleash the, it's very his play that he's doing is very dangerous against Unleash the Hounds.
yeah, but
Unleash the Hounds.
now if he was gonna kill that Leok anyway, why wouldn't he have done that first? So his I guess it doesn't matter that his snow chugger is gonna die to the explosive trap anyway. But why wouldn't he have actually saved 1 health on his snow chugger before trading into that haunted creeper?
Oh, was that Hounds off the top?
Yeah, he just top decked that.
I'm very intrigued by Dart's strategy because I would definitely have thrown at least one of those Annoyotrons out by now. I don't know. I think what you do here is, I think you just trade everything except for one, and then play an Annoyotron.
Double Annoyotron and ping. No, he's gonna play the piloted. I guess he does need to put. Being defensive at this point, he is just not gonna work. And then there's an owl off the top as well. Crazy.
That's really difficult.
Yeah, I don't think the mage can recover from this point. With the hunter being at 25 health, there's just no way.
Because the game is over next turn, so it's guaranteed lethal on the board. Mech Mage runs 0 heal, so unless Mech Mage is magically able to finish this turn, which is obviously not the case. I think that not playing Annoyotron earlier was a misplay. I really do.
Yeah, I mean you have to be scared going up against Hunter. And Annoyotron does so well in the early game, like stopping their early threats.
Yeah, especially the first turn. The first turn, it was a Leper Gnome out in the field, and I thought it was a very straightforward Annoyotron, and he opted to play Scientist. He took 5 damage to the face because of it. I think you really got to get this taunts out.
I'm just asking the players the classes they're bringing into the series.
Oh yeah, I would like to know as well.
Dart, Sprout, Mage, Pally, and Hunter. You think we're gonna see Mech Mage come out again? Yeah. Warrior, Druid, and Hunter for Jason.
There's that Warrior.
Yep. You called that one.
That's his thing. I could never see him not bring Warrior to a tournament. I just couldn't see it.
Well, he brought his Druid in here. I guess he's saving his Warrior. I guess he's saving the best for last, right? Is that a strategy?
Yeah, I mean, it's fair enough strategy. You save your best flats for last, so that when you potentially have to go against the most opponents of one class, might as well make it your best.
You know what? I'm gonna actually have to jump out of this game really quick. But yeah, that was a really nice innovated. I'm gonna jump out so we can view both players' cards. It's just a spectator mode bug that has been in the game. Well, it might be really, really bugged.
Okay.
I can't even.
It's alright.
Yeah, I can't spectate Dart. But,
Did you ask, did you ask him if his spectate was closed to people? Like maybe maybe a spectate is the option is off. Like
no. He wouldn't have changed it because we actually, that first game, we were able to see both their cards. It's just, Hearthstone is so buggy.
well,
They're, like,
well,
her. Yeah. It's a Blizzard issue, not a player issue.
so I think a very intriguing thing right off the bat is that the Druid is running a Keys and a Mystic.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Uh,
huge.
That could be a real swing card.
And already a good swipe on turn 4 for the Druid.
And I see a mind control tech, which leads me to believe that it's a ramp. Although then you also see a Savage Roar that could, but a Belcher and a mind control tech makes me believe that it's ramp. I could be
Yeah.
certain.
And based on the cards we've seen, at least what we like the cards that we see in this Druid's hand, I feel like this Druid deck is actually pretty favored versus a Mech Mage.
Yeah, especially with that start.
And he gets another mech out of that piloted shredder. That's pretty fortunate.
That was a good shredder drop, though. Really
Oh
was.
yeah.
And then I bet Jason is regretting that he doesn't have a mind control tech in his hand.
Yeah.
Not really though.
Well, it's gonna be able to trade into two things at least, right?
Yeah, I'm just playing around. He definitely should have played mind control tech when he did.
Unfortunate ping here. I think Goblin Blast Mage would have been amazing right there.
A 7-drop would be really good for the Druid.
There it is. You're just calling these draws.
And he got an Emperor and a Keeper. Oh, whew. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
this is still looking really, really good for the Druid.
I think you just. I was gonna say trade and Tarzan, but
Ancient of
I
War.
think War is better.
Yeah.
Warface. Oh no, okay. I think you Warface, to be honest.
The only reason he cleared that Spider Tank there is to stop cards like Tinkertown and Blast Mage getting value.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
And there's a Blast
Looks
Mage.
like yeah, looks like you're right.
Well, I think we might just see an Emperor and a Hero Power.
Yeah, this is Emperor. It's gotta be. I think what's gonna end up happening is the mage is gonna play a secret and try to come back a little bit tempo-wise.
And it's not gonna work.
Kizan come out and it's just gonna be game over. That's my prediction.
But here's the thing: is if you don't have to use that Keys and Mystic, you don't want to because Dart still has a Hunter left. So if you can hide that card for like the Hunter matchup, it could be like a huge advantage for you down the road.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like if you can win the game without stealing a secret, I think it's in your best interest to do so.
Yeah, so this is definitely a ramp variety.
And he actually doesn't have to show the K's on Mystic because Dart just conceded.
Yeah, I don't blame him. There's not really much of a point to continuing that game.
So what is that gonna be? That's gonna be 1-1 or 2-1, 2-0. Sorry.
And Jason is on his warrior. This is what I've been waiting for.
Okay. I guess we should spectate from Jason's perspective there.
Yeah.
Is he running like a typical warrior? Do you know, or is it just?
It's. I mean, at least last time I saw it, it was very standard.
Okay.
I mean, he has a couple of cards that might be different, but it's, anytime I ever wanted to improve my warrior, he's always the first person I talk to. to it. I say, I was thinking about doing this. What do you think? And if he says it's a good idea, I'll do it. And if he says it's a bad idea, I won't touch it because he knows what he's doing on his warrior.
Well, that's pretty smart.
He is like hands down the best warrior I've ever seen. This guy is nuts.
Well, I think he's gonna double armor smith and just get like insane amounts of armor from these two.
So he does earn 2 shield blocks.
Okay, I think that Snow Sugar has to like die, right?
Yeah, I think so. But not like you can. Yeah. Okay. Well,
He actually could have saved health on one of his armor smiths, right? After he had attacked one armor smith in, he could have just hero powered and shield slammed at that point. Oh no, never mind. He still had a spider tank on board to buff that minion. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
don't worry, I say stupid things. You've heard me. Every game I say something, and then 10 seconds later I say, oh, that was...
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. A heal bot for Jason. That's interesting. I like it. Oh.
Well, we know what secret that is.
Ooh, that's rough. He does have a Sylvanas, though.
I don't know if you can see this, but on my screen, like, these other 3 cards remained highlighted, even though he's out of mana.
Really?
Yeah. That was weird. Wow, okay, I guess the mage is not afraid of something like a brawl. He's just playing his entire hand, pretty much. Okay, he's gonna play the Sylvanas before he can get another mirror entity out.
Yeah, he could really use a brawl right about now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
At least he has double Belcher, double shield block. That might be able to keep him alive long enough.
I guess we'll see. Mage is not wanting to develop his mirror entity yet.
You have to really wonder. You have to really wonder what that one card is that Mage has. Because if it's a fireball, this is a completely different scenario than you thought.
It's either that or an Archmage, and it is a fireball.
It was a fireball, yeah. That hurts.
This is scary. We might just see a double shield block armor up. I don't know.
You know what would be really epic right now? Shield block into brawl.
Yeah, I think that's the only... Ow. I guess you kill off the water elemental and silence the snow chugga? Or vice versa? I don't know.
He wants to... Wait, let's see what he does first. Yeah,
Oh.
okay. He wants to be able to trigger Sylvanas for a minion. That's the idea.
Gotcha.
Because if you freeze it, then Sylvanas... There's no way to really get Sylvanas to pop.
Cruel Task or Despite, Fiery War Axe.
It's not like you can count. It's not like you can count on drawing a Cruel Taskmaster to pop your Sylvanas.
Yeah. But he's already at such a low health total right now that it's just like... It's going to be really hard to recover here without something like a Brawl.
If he gets a brawl, this is a brand new game.
There's the Cruel Task. I called it. No, I'm just joking. What do you trade into with your Sylvanas?
Ooh, it's tough. See what he does.
I think he wants the piloted.
He does, and that's what he needs. that would have been really cool. He would have been able to stabilize straight up.
But at this point, Mage is just top decking, right? So he's still out of like fireball range. He's still pretty good. He can turn this around from here.
I think the situation that we're looking for is just Warrior hoping that Mage doesn't get Archmage. Although I guess he doesn't have anything to pair with Archmage. So we might be seeing the stabilization here. He could have this.
Yeah, sitting at a nice 12 health.
And it's only gonna increase.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
What a draw.
I guess he wants to armor up every turn, just to play it safe.
Hold on to that weapon.
So I wonder what the mage held on to that last turn. Wow.
Wow, man.
Okay. So that's gonna be a 3-0 series victory for Jason.
Do you have Samwise? You have Samwise on your list, right?
I do.
Did you like confirm with him that they have to wait for something to begin?
Is he? Let's see. Is he in the semifinals? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me.
It's Samwise and Napoleon and Jason and Dell.
Okay. It looks like he's hanging out in the main menu, so they haven't started yet. Okay, we're gonna watch that semifinals game between Samwise and Napoleon.
Solid. I can't wait.
I just confused myself so hard right there. Let me add that Napoleon guy. I'm pretty sure I added everybody that was left, but let me do it again just to be sure.
Alright, and I'm just letting Jason know that they have to wait.
I know Dell already knows for sure.
Okay.
Because I told him we have to record the match, but in the meantime, okay, Samwise says they haven't declared classes yet, and I know Jason said, I think Jason said he was going to need some time anyway to like change his deck list or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah, alright.
He had to do something.
I'm gonna mute myself for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hang tight, everybody. We're going to try to jump into this next game as soon as possible between Samwise and Dart. It is a semifinals match, meaning everybody that's gotten this far in the group stage is guaranteed to get at least one BlizzCon point, but the winners of these two matches could take 5 or 10 BlizzCon points home. So these are definitely important matches. And they're going to be great to watch as well. For these players to make it this far, you know they've got to be pretty good. Well, take a quick break. I think it's going to be another few minutes before this match starts, so we'll see you in a little bit.
By the way, I'm back. I'm ready to go whenever. I just had to. I was just listening into the broadcast to see exactly how quiet I am. I don't know why it's being so quiet. It's usually fine.
The Twitch broadcast.
Yeah. I'm like my volume is just like so low. I don't know why.
Well, I'm gonna turn you up on my side, and that might help it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just say something really quick.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, that should be perfect. Okay.
All right.
All right. We're still waiting on Napoleon and Samwise. They're actually choosing their decks. It looks like Napoleon is going to be bringing Warrior, Rogue, and Druid. And I haven't confirmed Samwise yet. He has Druid, Rogue, and Hunter. Okay.
Druid, Rogue, Hunter. Is that what you said?
That's correct. Druid, Rogue, Hunter.
Okay. Oh, right off the bat, I see Warrior and Rogue. So Samwise is gonna really have to try to avoid that matchup by any means possible. Hunter, which is most likely Face Hunter, also has to go against Warrior. So that's Warrior is very good against 2 out of 3 of Samwise's classes. That's what I noticed right off the bat.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Napoleon's Druid is weak against Samwise's lineup though. It's weak against Hunter, weak against Rogue, and Druid is coin flip.
So what are your predictions on? Well, as we know, we see upsets all the time. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this first match between Samwise and Napoleon. Are you bold enough to make a prediction this early?
I'm bold enough to make a prediction. I am not.
Okay. Well, you could even just make a prediction based on the composition and say anything could happen.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I don't know what I think. Let's get into the game.
Well, this is a great read by Napoleon. I feel like most players would not bring Warrior in as their first match of a series, but when you're coming up against Oil Rogue, I think that's one of the strongest decks you can bring against Oil Rogue, right? Just because of all of the armor and removal.
Samwise's hand is as good as it gets playing against a Warrior, though. That's exactly what you want. You got the backstab, the SI, 2 Shredders. Basically, what you want to look for when you're in this matchup is
Mana Addict.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And now he's got to be able to follow that up with another Shredder, right?
Basically, what you're looking for on the Rogue side is to get creatures.
Yeah.
As far as my understanding, when you are doing the mulligan, you really just want creatures so that you can establish tempo. And that's exactly what he has.
Looks like he's...
And this Mana Addict is... Oh no, I forgot about the weapon.
Well, I mean, he looked like he was pretty threatened by that Mana Addict, which I guess he has every right to be because Oil Rogue does have so many spells in the deck.
Alright, so we have the first decision for Sam here. Do you Teacher, backstab, trade with the minions, or you could backstab SI, clear the Belcher. I think that's what you do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, you could get greedy and get Violet Teacher.
Do you even backstab the second damaged?
Oh, no. No, you don't. You gotta save it for something more important. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what Rogue wants. Obviously, it's still a really bad matchup, but it's a good start.
Oh, double Fiery War Axe is really nice for that warrior to have. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're talking about the Rogue having a good situation. The warrior just with the double Fiery War Axe.
Yeah. Do you play your teacher here, or do you develop your Emperor. I don't know. You're not you're not really reducing the cost of many cards. You have 2 cost spells in your hand as it is.
So he's going for the Emperor play. He just wants to see what's going to be popped. I think that's fine.
And now, how does the warrior deal with this Emperor? He's gonna have to have like a shield block, shield slam, or an execute.
I'm sure he has something.
Cruel task, execute. Oh, big game. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably pretty smart because you don't get much value out of that card in this matchup. So if you can use it, then you might as well.
Fan of Knives.
See, now we're at the point where the rogue's hand is pretty dead.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to draw into a sprint or some form of card draw. He's saving his Blade Flurry. Or both of them, I guess.
This reminds me of the situation I was in when I was playing in the show match earlier. I had double Blade Flurry in my hand with just nothing to do.
Yeah.
But he did draw something for it, so you can just
do eviscerate?
Full flurry and eviscerate. I'll do the trick.
Hope your 1/1s die off from those boombots.
Yep. If they killed the teacher, that would be super unlucky.
Oh yeah, that'd be awful. Let's see what they hit.
So the rogue is basically all in. The rogue is basically saying, I'm hoping that you don't have clear, and if you do, I'm probably screwed.
Yeah, I mean, a Dustbite can clear this board pretty easily over the course of 2 turns, but that's if he can even live that long.
Yep. Good drop.
This is making me think that the warrior is considering a brawl next turn.
I don't think he needs it. Especially he's gonna see that the rogue has no pressure. I mean, if you do have it, sure you can use it, but it's not necessary. I probably still would, but it really depends on what he has in his hand.
Oh,
it's kind of tricky. Oh, jeez.
Okay, well, he's not going to steal anything with this Sylvanas, at the very least.
Yeah. Now, see, if the rogue had good cards, then it might be able to finish, but drawing a second prep is just absolutely awful.
This is so bad. Yeah, you can't even clear that. You can't even clear the Baron.
Can you even do anything?
No, I think you hit face with your weapon and then just weapon up again.
You gonna Blade Flurry that away?
No, I think he's just gonna SI7 and hope his SI doesn't get cleared so he can kill it. I don't know. I mean, the rogue player may very well just be dead this turn. Doesn't look like it though.
Yeah, but he's doomed.
By the power of Ragnaros, he has the power.
I love that card. I have it in golden. It's like a really cool animation. Only got Deadly Poison, but that's not going to do much at this point.
This is something you can definitely see with Oil Rose, is just drawing into everything but sprint.
Yeah.
They're so reliant on that card.
Yeah, I agree. This game is toast. If I was Sam, I would just surrender, honestly.
Never surrender. Ooh, Fan of Knives, that's a good one. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yep. Especially, you use more combo damage. You don't have finishers anymore. Like even if you drew the right card, it's not like you have something to finish. Both flurries are gone.
Right.
You only win through minion control, which obviously isn't there.
And there's another shield block, just to make the. Oh gosh, this is just. This looks over.
Yeah, this has been over for a long time. It was basically Rogue did what he was supposed to do, and you go really aggressive and say, "I hope he doesn't have the clear." But the Warrior did have the clear, so
Yeah.
as long as the Warrior has it, then
Well,
that's not really a matchup you win often.
Napoleon takes the first game, and I guess we'll try to. Let me ask him if he has spectate enabled.
Okay.
Because it just doesn't show up for me. Oh, okay, yeah, he didn't have it enabled yet.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna be able to see both players' hands, which is really nice.
Yeah, that is very nice.
But what do you think about speaking of like armor and warriors? What do you think about Blizzard adding some kind of a tech card in the game that removes like a certain amount of your opponent's armor? Would that be worth anything?
No, because it would only be good against one class.
Well, druids.
Not yeah, but are you going to use a card to remove 1 point of Druid armor? You know what I mean?
True. I mean, it could have value elsewhere, but it would be like very very situational. Like if somebody were to get an armor smith off of a shredder or something like that. But I think I don't think it'd be a card you would see in ladder, but it might be something people would play specifically for like warrior matchups or something specifically to counter like a warrior.
I doubt it. Even like heavy tech cards are good against a couple of classes, like Harrison Jones, Kizan Mystic. They're good against at least 2 classes.
Right.
If you put a card that's only useful against one class, you would never run that card. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, so we're coming into match number 2. Napoleon has a 1-0 lead against Samwise, and it's looking like Druid versus that same Oil Rogue. I guess Samwise is hoping he's going to get some sprints this time.
Yeah. No ramp for the Druid. It's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
You do have Zombie Chow, but
And a coined Shade, it looks like. Shade can actually do really well in this matchup versus Rogue. Like, if it grows big enough, it can avoid being cleared by Blade Flurries. So it can actually stick around pretty well. And we don't see any Blade Flurries or Deadly Poisons in Samwise's hand, so it might be pretty safe this match.
it's very yeah. As long as you get it out early, it can usually be okay. You just have to. You can't be afraid to take it out when you need.
Right.
Because you don't want to just have it sitting there, getting ready to get cleared by a big combo.
And we've already seen that today, where Shada's sitting in stealth the whole game and just got cleared by a brawl.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to clear that with his Shade, so that's off the board, but he is going to be able to innervate out of Dr. Boom next turn.
That's scary. And we don't see a sap in the Rogue's hand, right? Yeah.
No.
Like, if Rogue had sap, that would be okay, but Even though you don't want to sap a Doctor Boom, considering it's innervated, you would, I
Yeah.
think. But he doesn't even have it, so. I mean, but the Rogue has a great answer, so.
Backstab of this.
Yeah, and you play a teacher, too.
Mm-hmm. And then looking at the Druid's hand, I guess he can Shredder Hero Power next turn, but I don't think that's going to be close to even clearing the board.
Yeah, and a Rogue. Rogue is carrying Doctor Boom as well, so
Yep.
that's going to be really nice.
We do see a big game in Napoleon's hand, so he will have a way to deal with at least the 7/7 body. Oh wow, 4 to a 1/1.
Oh, that Boombot.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. Well, do you drop the Dr. Boom here as the rogue? I guess you do. I think you really want to combo your sprint with a prep if you can. And you already have such advantage on the board that you're not too worried.
Yeah, you want to push your board advantage. You don't want to sit there and not do anything. Ooh, that's a good draw. Except
It'll just die to a fan, or
yeah.
a Boombot, or any other kind of like Blade Flurry. There's so much that the Patient Assassin dies to.
Not it. It's actually terrible. Terrible. I don't
But
know what.
in this case, yeah, it actually lives, and it's going to be able to clear an Emperor.
But look at that. It does get value. Good old patient assassin. You know what they say? Patience is a virtue, mate.
Yeah.
My corny joke for the day.
Now, do you run your face into the Boombot or the... Yeah. Okay. But we're actually going to be able to see a Violet Teacher sprint this turn without a prep. That's just another like example of how strong Emperor is.
If he chooses to. Okay, he chooses to.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much guaranteed to draw into a prep, so he could even prep out this Abyss if he wants
Go
to.
prep into prep into prep. Genius. Prep sprint for next turn set up.
Yeah. He could make a
We might see a
huge
scary.
Van Cleef.
Yeah, we might see a very scary Van Cleef. Well,
I think
this
that's
is gonna
what
be
we're
a
gonna
really
see.
fun. This is gonna be a really fun turn.
I mean, Van Cleef is so prone to getting keepered, but we don't see one in Napoleon's hand, so there's a possibility that this could just be a huge turn for the Rogue.
I'm ready for like a deadly poison.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Another prep. Into a
Preps for everyone.
Shard Sword Oil, and then you got a Blade Flurry, and then you can drop your Van Cleef.
Goodness. That's great right there.
I mean, why not, right? You've already seen the Big Game Hunter come out, so you're not afraid of making your Van Cleef just huge.
Or does he just eviscerate away the scenarios? Yeah, you have to eviscerate scenarios.
Yeah, because you're still afraid of combo. You're right.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. I should be well, actually, no, swipe.
Plus, could he even play his Van Cleef? Was his board just completely full?
It was, yeah. It's not technically over right now, but it's pretty over. Emperor! Woohoo!
Another swipe. How hard is it for a rogue to do 7 damage? I guess it's pretty hard. Azure Drake? Hope for another of this.
Well, if Druid picks
Draws
up
draws into
Nature,
force. Yeah. Crazy.
interesting.
Uh oh.
Oh, it's one draw.
No.
No. So that'll be it. So that's 1-1, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. One for Samwise, one for Napoleon.
We're gonna have Rogue Druid against Druid Hunter. What do you think?
Rogue Druid against Druid Hunter.
Yep.
I think I like the Rogue Druid.
I do too. Because Rogue is fairly strong against both Druid and Hunter.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It's not like.
I think it's going to be likely to see a Hunter actually being played this next match.
Yeah.
Why didn't I write these classes down? Okay.
So I
So
think
Samwise has the Rogue and the Hunter.
No, Samwise is Druid Hunter.
Oh, you're right. I was looking at the previous one.
Yeah.
Druid Rogue Hunter.
I think that Samwise knows that Hunter is weak for these two classes. Or Hunter is weak towards Rogue, so I think he wants to play Hunter and try to win versus Druid.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's going to be thinking, and I think that Napoleon is going to be. You'd think that Napoleon would think that he would think that, and I think Napoleon. If it was my guess, I would say Napoleon would run Druid and Samwise would run Hunter.
Looks like we ran into a little bit of a technical issue. Napoleon's going to have to restart his client because he got kicked out to the main menu. But he will be back. He's actually already back. And they are going to jump into game number 3 out of this back-to-back, just back-and-forth series. I mean, we could definitely see this one go to a full 5 games. And I hope we do. Yeah. It is a semifinals match, so we always like to see semifinals and finals matches go to the full 5 games. It just makes things a lot more interesting.
What do you think about the new format we tried this week with the 2-day?
I like it a lot better.
Yeah, I do too.
At least for me, I know it's probably a pain for the players, but for me, casting till 3 in the morning is just it wrecks me for the rest of the week because I have work and stuff in the morning.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy casting when I'm not extremely tired and I know I have class next morning at 9 a.m.
Right.
It's 4:35 in the morning, and I'm just like,
Wow.
But, yeah, I think it's not really. I don't think it's a problem for many people.
We've got some BM coming out from the players here, and double wild
really? I
throws.
missed it.
They were just well played, and my thanks back and forth.
I'm always if I'm exchanging BM, I'm my thanks to you kind of guy.
Okay.
That's my emote.
There it is.
I love it.
Okay.
Beast would always watch me, and he would say, "Why are you BMing people?" And I'd just be like, "Cause it's fun."
I mean, it is a pretty slow card game, so you have to fill the time somehow, right?
You have to entertain yourself somehow. Okay, so we got different things going for each side. Samwise has double lore and a Black Knight, which is going to be really helpful.
Oh yeah.
Double lore, but on the other side, Napoleon has Coin Emperor with a big hand. I kind of even would prefer to be on the Emperor side.
I think you're right. I mean, look at all of those big minions that are going to be